Hello everyone and welcome in. My name is Mallory West and welcome to our KNOE streaming service. Thank you so much for being here. Well, we are getting some announcements involving RiverFest that is happening later this year. So we are going to tune in to that live stream. They are making those announcements right now. So here that is.
Excited to have you all here in Alley Park in downtown West Monroe as we announce plans for Ouachita RiverFest 2026 and celebrate a big award that we received. And I'm going to let Mayor Mitchell do the honors on that, but I will tell you that this award was actually announced 2 days before Winter Storm Fern hit. And so although it was celebrated in that very moment, it quickly lost its luster in the news as Winter Storm Fern suddenly took over, and rightfully so. So we're glad to be a couple of weeks out of recovery and still very much in recovery efforts, but we are here to celebrate today, and we knew that we had a very special opportunity to bring in the Lieutenant Governor, Billy Nungesser, who was already here at a luncheon, and we thought what better way to celebrate tourism, celebrate community, celebrate downtown development, than to do it with our Lieutenant Governor who champions all of those things. So first I want to say thank you to all of you here today. I look out in the audience and I see state elected officials, I see local elected officials, I see volunteers and vendors and performers and those who are advocates of our community. I also see people who are sponsors, and we will talk about all of those in just a minute. And I will tell you this, Ouachita RiverFest is only just a few years old, and it couldn't be where it is today without all of you who are here. Most importantly, the team that is here, that puts it all together, that works so hard to months in advance to get those sponsors, to book those bands, to get our vendors, and to actually implement the festival. So West Monroe has something very much to be proud of in just a few short years. But to celebrate and to tell you all the great news, please help me welcome our mayor, Mayor Stacy Albritton Mitchell.
Thank you, Courtney. Well, it is a good day, and we are so glad to be here and so thankful to be here. It's good to have some good news and celebrate things after the last 2 weeks that we have all been through and going through and picking up and still have debris everywhere. But it's coming along. Don't worry about all that. It will happen. I am here today because Ouachita RiverFest was named as the 2026 Louis Tourism Award for Festival of the Year by the Louisiana Travel Association. Yeah. And just like Courtney said, that festival would not be as successful as it is without all of you. There is an amazing strategic team that does all the logistics, gets it together, works with the West Monroe Downtown Revitalization Group. They all work together to make sure it happens. And so I want to say thank you for that, because it is definitely has just gone wonderful. Every year has just continued to grow, and we know that it will also continue to grow as we go on. I know you're going to hear more about it, but we have the Ropers, the Mrs. Roper romps, that goes on. Yes. When you see a sea of the red wigs and I guess caftans, I called them a moo-moo, but caftans. You really didn't know what to expect the first year. And I think I turned the corner walking around over and I just went, oh my. They were everywhere and had such a good time and added so much life and fun to the festival. I want to say thank you to our CVB, Discover Monroe West Monroe. Always doing a good job with everything they do and helping promote our festivals and all of our different events. We know how important tourism is, not only to our state, as we always hear about from Lieutenant Governor, and we appreciate everything he does and how passionately he loves and advocates for our state, but they do the same thing, we do the same thing. Festivals are important, tourism is important, it brings tax dollars here that we are not paying, okay? That's why our indoor sports complex is so popular, that's why so important, that's why our Ike Hamilton is so important, that is why all of our festivals and everything that goes on in this region are so important. So thank you for all that. Just a little bit about Ouachita RiverFest. It was launched in 2023. It's held every April in downtown West Monroe. Since its initial launch, it has boosted business for local merchants, helped to attract visitors from across the state and neighboring states, contributing to the increased tourism across Ouachita Parish, and raised tens of thousands of dollars to go to the Picture This capital campaign for downtown West Monroe improvements. Those are things like this riverfront marina and riverfront park just over here to my left. So thank you for all of that. Now, I'm going to introduce Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. I think everybody knows him, but I'm going to tell you a couple of things that I like about him. One, he answers my phone calls. Y'all know I've said that before. That's important. He responds. He helps. He loves this state. He loves our people. And you can tell that in his actions, in his speaking, in his just passionate way that he goes about serving as Lieutenant Governor. So I'm happy to introduce to you my friend, Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, and we do have a gift for him. Yeah. So you have to open it. And that. Oh. And this.
Wow, my ducks. Y'all laughing, I have some of these on my bathtub. I collect them. Yes, I do.
And you get an official duck,
Oh,
too.
wow. Well, thank
Yes.
you.
So thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. It's easy to promote tourism when you have a team like the tourism team up here and the mayor that gets it. You know, leaning forward and building that sports complex took a lot of guts. But we have the opportunity to travel the world to fill that facility with all kind of sport events, Olympic trials. It's just a great facility that's the reason you see these new hotels up across North Louisiana. Sports tourism, thank you, is big business. And it takes a brave mayor to lean forward and push a project like that through, invest in a lot of money, but the return on investment will be huge for this community. You know, I tell people before I die, I'm going to go to every fair and festival, and every year they keep adding new ones. And to win this incredible award from the tourism industry after being here only 3 years is pretty incredible. Says a lot about the love and passion everyone in this community has for these events. You know, if you can eat it, drink it, dance to it, shoot it, we name a festival after it. You know, it's crazy that we keep adding new festivals. They all keep doing great things and bringing people from all over the world to enjoy those things. And a lot of states would love to have those 400 fairs and festivals to bring people to their community. So, Mayor, thank you for your hard work, for the team here. And you see the red wigs. I'm going to tell y'all a little secret, but don't tell no one. So when I was a baby, my hair was that color. And my parents nicknamed me Pinky. And I grew up in high school with everyone didn't even know my real name, called me Pinky. It was a tough name to grow up with. But when I campaigned for Lieutenant Governor, I was in Ruston one night, and a lady said, "Do they still call you Pinky?" I said, "Next question." So you brought back some great memories. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for what you do for your community. Y'all have a great team, and I love you. God bless.
Thank you so much to our Lieutenant Governor for being here and offering those words. And thank you for, as you said, for being one that gets it and knowing that the things that we're doing in our community are making a real difference for economic development and for growth in our community. I now next like to call on Elena Cooper. She's the president and CEO of Discover Monroe West Monroe.
On behalf of our board and the team at Discover Monroe West Monroe, we were so excited when we learned about the award coming for Ouachita RiverFest. Our team had put forth a nomination and was excited to know that our community was honored throughout the state for this recognition for the efforts. And in 3 years, that's pretty phenomenal. If y'all don't understand that, the Lieutenant Governor showed there's over 400 different festivals throughout the state of Louisiana, many that have been around for hundreds of years. I mean, 50 and plus years, and here we are at 3 years, and our community wins that. It's because of the team at the city of West Monroe and their hard work. It's wonderful for us as a community to be to market this wonderful event. I appreciate the mayor seeing that there was definitely something needed for our community that was fun, that enhanced what is already a natural asset at with the Ouachita River, and has definitely taken the money and invested it back into our community for more things for our community to do, but also for us, for visitors to come and spend that money. So we appreciate you, your team, and everyone involved, all the people who come out. I was laughing because I was hearing the duck. It's sitting over there. The live duck is behind me going whack, 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 whack. And it's just precious to see that we have such great people within our community. There's people who are doing the ropers, the duck race, the kayakers who get out and pick up the ducks. I mean, there's just a little bit of everything, and it is a wonderful place to know that you grow up and you get to promote such a wonderful place and wonderful people to others to come and visit and experience. So it's a great opportunity for us. We thank again the city for being a part of that and including us, and we continue to invite people, and we hope you will continue to invite your friends and families to come and visit and be a part of RiverFest, but also just a part of our community, whether that be for a weekend or maybe even to live. Thank you again.
Thank you, Alana. And the city does a lot of the work, but we have a nonprofit partner that was established several years ago so that we could be a catalyst for downtown revitalization. And so we have the Downtown West Monroe Revitalization Nonprofit Group. Several of them are here today, and some of them are wearing hats. So raise your hands, folks, if you're here. We want to thank them because without our nonprofit partner, we couldn't do what we do. And so thank you for that. So we do have several things that are returning. We want to just quickly highlight those. You've heard about it a couple of times now. We do have the Rubber Duck Drop, sponsored by Reaper Boats, and we're excited to have them on board this year. If you haven't seen it, that's where we drop 5,000 rubber ducks into the Ouachita River, and first place duck gets $1,000. Even if you're the, quote, dead last duck, you also win a prize. And don't worry, if you want to adopt your duck, you can do so today. We've got you at the table over there where we have our duck cookies. So please stop by and adopt a duck while you're here. We would love for you to do that. Alana told you that we have some ducks that she's been hearing quacking. We are returning our live duck race in 4-H. If you're here, raise your hand. You can go see the ducks. In just a moment, they raise these ducks from babies. They're Indian runner ducks, and they're made to run. They're a lot of fun. They'll race directly behind me on the grassy lot, and they do that also in conjunction with 4-H as a fundraiser, while also being a learning opportunity for them to raise the live animals. And so we're thankful to have Atmos Energy return as our sponsor of the duck race that will be happening. Of course, where are my ropers at? Make some noise. I know you can. Yes. We want to thank the Luna Chicks for being here, who are our great dancers who kick off the Roper Romp. And the Roper Romp, if you don't know, is from that 70s sitcom Three's Company. This will be our third year to do it. And I think it's safe to say the first year you all performed, you went viral. And yes, you went viral. And now they're actually going to perform in Washington, D.C. at the parade, celebrating our nation's 250th birthday, if that's correct. So we're excited to have them, and we also have our children's zone, our kids zone, sponsored by Building Futures Pediatric Therapy. They're here today. That'll take place directly behind me, as well as live music. You're going to hear more from Adrian LaFrance-Wells in just a moment about that. Artisan vendors and so much more. But we do have a few new things that we're adding to the festival this year, and we are excited to be able to talk about those. This year we're adding a pageant. The Miss Ouachita RiverFest pageant will be on Saturday, March 14th at the West Monroe Convention Center. That's actually out now. You can register from, I think, 0 to 18, if I'm right, Anna Catherine. Anna Catherine is the 2025 Miss National Sweetheart. We're glad to have her on our city team, and so she's leading that for us. And actually, you can go to the City of West Monroe website if you want to sign up for that. This year, we don't have Mama Duck. There was a scheduling conflict, not on us, but they were busy and couldn't come. And so, although we don't have the world's largest rubber duck, we now have what we're calling thrill rides. We'll have 3 large carnival rides that are going to be coming to entertain young and old right back here on the lot behind me. And we're so happy to say that Duck Commander is sponsoring that for us. So, Duck Commander, I think you're here today. We thank you, and thank you so much for being a major part of the Ouachita RiverFest. We also are bringing in a large car show that will be taking place behind us, behind all of you, on parts of Cotton and Natchitoches Street. And we're hoping for over 100 vehicles to come. And it's the full-blown pink car show that benefits breast cancer research and treatment. And so we have representatives of that car show here today as well. And so we're excited to bring those things to the festival this year. So we do have some wonderful musical entertainment lined up for this year. Adrian LaFrance-Wells, who is our Main Street Director for the City of West Monroe, is going to talk to you about a little bit about that and share some of that exciting news with you.
Thank you, Courtney. And I believe the Luna Chicks are coming to join me at the podium. We are so proud to have them here today. Okay, so I'm very excited to share just a few of our headliners this year for the music lineup for 2026. First off, we have on Friday night, we have Zydeco with Dwayne Dupsy and the Zydeco Hellraisers. that this is a special Ouachita Live season kickoff in partnership with the festival. So Dwayne Dupsey is the son of the original King of Zydeco, Clifton Chenier. Dwayne Dupsey and his band have over 100 years of combined experience playing Zydeco. He brings his high energy shows and the joy of Louisiana to stages around the globe, and we are thrilled to have him play here in West Monroe, I believe for the first time in many years, maybe the first time ever. So very excited to have him. So he is going to be guaranteed to get everyone up and on the dance floor, including our Mrs. Ropers and the Luna Chicks. Want to see everybody out there dancing. Saturday, we have platinum-selling songwriter and Calhoun native country artist, Chancey Neal. Chancey's Nashville recording artist and songwriter. She's opened and performed with artists such as Luke Bryan, Kix Brooks, Luke Combs, Cole Swindle, and many, many more. She has been a headliner at the PBR Nashville and PBR World Finals in Fort Worth. So we're very happy to have a hometown girl up on the stage. Also on Saturday, Dustin Dale Gaspard and his Rockin' Babines. Ambassador of Louisiana and Cajun country culture, Dustin champions the blues and swamp pop genres while also sharing his bilingual French performances to crowds internationally. He also was a 4-chair turn on NBC's The Voice in 2025. We are thrilled to have him, and it's also worth noting that his band, the Rockin' Babines, also includes rising blues guitarist star Josh Mendoza, who also happens to be ULM President Dr. Kerry Castile's son. So it will be a nod to our local traditions here. Also on Saturday, we have Alexei Marti. So speaking of the University of Louisiana at Monroe, members of the Sound of Today band will be part of a special performance with Alexei Marti on Saturday. So Alexei has performed his Latin-infused New Orleans jazz at Ouachita Live concerts before, and we've heard many requests to have him back, and we're thrilled to be able to do that again this year. But we're going to have a special twist in that we'll have ULM band members perform with him. He will be able to do a clinic that Friday, the Friday before Saturday, with the students, and then they will perform here together on Saturday. Originally from Havana, Cuba, Alexei began playing congas at age 7 and was mentored by Cuban maestro Oscar Valdez. He's been a featured New Orleans Jazz Fest performer since 2009, which is around the time when he moved to New Orleans. He can regularly be seen playing the famed Snug Harbor Jazz Bistro on Frenchman Street in New Orleans. And as I said, will conduct a clinic with the members of the ULM Sound of Today Jazz Ensemble on Friday for a performance together on Saturday during the festival. We will also have the Twin City Jamboree Legacy Show return to the festival. They will again kick off the festival Saturday morning. And this is significant to our local music heritage because the Jamboree, the Twin City Jamboree, was actually located where West Monroe City Hall is located today. And it has impacted numerous generations of musicians in our area. So we're really excited to share just some of our headliners for this year. We are still adding musicians to the lineup, and I encourage everyone to kind of be watching for announcements as they are made. Also want to thank our grant partners. In addition to sponsors, we have been seeking grant funding to make all of the arts and cultural pieces come together, not only for RiverFest, but for also Ouachita Live and the city's other signature festival, the Northeast Louisiana Celtic Fest. So we are thrilled to announce that the city of West Monroe was again awarded a Louisiana Projects grant through the Northeast Louisiana Arts Council and the Louisiana Division of the Arts, which is part of the Louisiana Office of Cultural Development under Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Y'all give him a round of applause. So we are able to provide the performance with Maestro Alexei Marti and the ULM Sound of Today because of that funding. And at this time, I would like to invite Barry and Abigail from the Northeast Louisiana Arts Council up, as well as Mayor Mitchell and Lieutenant Governor Nungesser for a photo op with a check presentation.
Well, there you go. That was several announcements from Adrienne LaFrancewell with Discover Monroe, West Monroe, on several things that they have going on, and she is continuing at the podium now. We lost a connection there for a second, but it is back up and running now, so here she is.
It's themed from the character Mrs. Helen Roper from the 1970s television show. People are invited to wear caftans and their red curly wigs to celebrate in the spirit of Mrs. Roper. So we'll again be including a lot of our downtown merchants offering fun specials and incentives to our Mrs. Ropers as they come downtown. And then we invite everyone to gather in Alley Park on Friday night as the Luna Chicks are dressed as Mrs. Roper, and they will once again do the Mrs. Roper romp dance. So we are thrilled that they're joining us today and that they will be a part of the festival again this year, and that they will be participating in the 250th birthday of America in Philadelphia as well as DC for the July 4th weekend, which kind of stemmed from that first 2023 Mrs. Roper dance. So that's pretty cool. Thank y'all so much for coming, and just want to encourage everyone to follow along downtown West Monroe and the Ouachita RiverFest social media pages for more announcements.
Thank you, Adrienne. Thank you all for being here. I want to encourage you all. This doesn't happen on its own. It takes sponsors. We have sponsor packets here today. If you are interested, there are still opportunities to get involved. We've had several vendors also inquire. Those vendor applications will be coming soon. So as Adrienne said, please follow Ouachita RiverFest on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram and OuachitaRiverFest.com. You can get your information on any of those channels. And we do want to encourage you. We do have duck cookies here today. Please make sure you get one, and a beverage for you to enjoy. We'd love our sponsors and partners to stay for photos after with the Lieutenant Governor, and mark the date, April 24th and 25th, right here in downtown West Monroe for the 4th annual Ouachita RiverFest Festival of the Year. Thank you all for being here.
Well, there you have it. There were several big announcements for the Ouachita RiverFest that is coming up later this year. They announced what music they're going to be having, when it'll be, and all kinds of fun activities that it'll include. They also had a special guest, Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, to talk about tourism and beautification here in our wonderful state. And if you want to hear more about the Ouachita RiverFest, they do have a Facebook page that will keep you up to date with everything that they have going on leading up to the big festival. And you can find that. They're just Ouachita RiverFest on Facebook. You can also keep up with everything that they announce here with KNOE. We'll have it on our website, knoe.com. We also have newscasts every day at 5, 6, 10 o'clock. We also have Good Morning Arklamas and a noon show. So there is a lot of times you can tune into us and keep up. And then I am here on streaming all of the time, so be sure to keep up with that as well. But without further ado, that again was the Ouachita RiverFest announcement. And that is all that we have for now, but I will see you back here at the desk at 4 o'clock for our regularly scheduled streaming newscasts. Take care.